to the Nurse Life Coach Academy podcast, where Laura
and Shelby, both board-certified nurse coaches, talk all about how to get certified and practice professionally as a nurse life coach. Hello, and welcome back to the Successful Nurse Coach podcast, the Nurse Life Coach edition. If you're watching me on YouTube, you're seeing me try to wrestle with my dog. In the background, she likes to sit by my fake tree, and then she gets the scratchies, and then my tree dances because she's bumping into it. So if you've ever been on a call with me and the tree starts dancing behind me in my office, not my fault. Well, kind of my fault. My dog she's an old, crusty menace, if I'm being honest with you. If you've ever owned a wiener dog, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, team, today we are here for the students. We are here for the current students. I titled this podcast episode on purpose because I know that even if you aren't a student, or even if you were a student, or even if you're a previous business client of ours, you're going to listen to this anyway. And kind of no matter where you're at in the journey here, I think that this is applicable. Continue to listen. No big spoilers ahead, but I wanted it to be very obvious for who this podcast episode was for. That being said, I'm going to be talking directly to our students right now. I'm going to be talking directly to those of you who are in active certification right now, kind of if you're in ours or other ones too. You want a private practice. So these are for my entrepreneurship nurses. This is specifically for you. And I wanted to make this episode because I see a lot of you overwhelmed and paralyzed and not knowing what to do next. And I'll be really transparent with you. Whenever we started Nurse Life Coach Academy, I was so excited because I was like, man, our students are never going to have to wonder what to do next. We get to help them. We get to help them skip this whole part, this overwhelm, this chaotic feeling, this WTF, what am I doing? So Wes, help me feeling. And what I'm learning is that maybe this is a rite of passage that maybe we don't get to skip this part. However, I want to shine a little brighter and be a lighthouse for you so that you know what direction to go in and still not burn or waste time on the wrong things, especially if you want private practice. I want to make that so crystal clear so that when you are freaking out and panicking and wondering what you got yourself into, you at least know where you're headed. Even if it's raining, even if it's storming, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And my goal for this episode is to just normalize this rite of passage, this confusion, this analysis paralysis. And I want to get clear and explain exactly why we put our business course inside of your Nurse Life Coach training. And if you're not a student and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, we have this preceptorship course. It's on our website. You can get it. I'll link it down below. You can check it out. But our students get this included for free. So I want to break it down, team, of when you are in certification, you are not building a business. I'm going to be super transparent about that. When you're in certification, you are learning coaching skill, you are learning how to coach, you are taking super messy action and uncomfortable action to develop your coaching skill. And I do think that the act of doing pro bono coaching is absolutely chipping away at your private practice because people are learning what you do, albeit it's a really small group of people that you pro bono coach, but you're beginning not really just yet. And also to be clear, a lot of our NLCA grads, about 50% of them graduate with their first paid client. So it's not far down the timeline, but if you're in month 2 or 3 of being in certification, I just want to allow you to be here in the process. We aren't going to leave you behind. You're not missing your chance. You're not too late or going too slow. I think that sometimes we can feel into this urgency and this tension of oh my God, I have to figure it all out right now. And you don't. Okay, you so don't. But in certification, you are learning those how to coach skills, how to be present, how to hold space, how to be in vulnerable conversations with other humans. And let that be your main entree. Let that be the thing that takes up the most space on your plate, because I know that you have a real life outside of coaching certification that you're also living. You might have kids, you might be working still. Most of our people are still working. Life is full. And just let this be your primary focus for a little while. And then whenever we get into the business piece, the visibility, the how to sell coaching, the visibility of it all, the systems, the operations, like let that come second. Let us hold your hand when it's time for that. And most of our students are trying to blend these two things together so that they can like be more efficient. And while I want to applaud you, and efficiency is totally a skill that we will get to leverage later, I want to break it down and just like let you be where you are and then tell you exactly what to do when you're ready to hit the gas. So let's talk about what you need to focus on right now in this moment. If you are in certification, your only job is to coach people, to coach your peers, to reflect and learn from the coaching that you are doing, watching your recordings, watching the tape. Be curious about like what's coming up for you, playful out in your peer coaching sessions, and be in your course material. Be learning, be revisiting. The first time you go through that stuff, it's mostly all new. And then once you go coach a few humans and you have some real life experience, it's really cool to come and revisit some of the bigger, punchier lessons. And I'm assuming this would apply to any certification that you're in, but come back and re-listen again and see if you have any new nuggets to learn. Like there's plenty. There's 60 CEUs of online learning that you can come back to. You will never be out of things to revisit. I don't want you right now to be doing websites. Do not be picking branding colors. You can form your LLC if you want to. That's one thing I'll let you slide on business-wise, but funnels, Instagram strategy, creating a freebie, like don't do that yet. And if you're thinking, Shelby, but I'm ahead of everybody here. I've already done this before. I would even invite you to like run it past one of us. We are available to you. And I can tell you within like 30 seconds with the assessment framework I have in my brain on if this is appropriate for you or not. I was talking to a nurse coach who graduated certification several years ago. She has been successful in other businesses. And she has a hiccup with selling coaching, and she wanted to be in one of our more advanced programs. And I told her, I was like, it doesn't feel ethical to me to charge you more to be in a higher end container when you have a block here of selling coaching. And she was like, I hear you, but, and I was like, okay, if you can go sell a $3,000 coaching package in the next 5 days, I'll let you into that space. And I got on a call with her a few days later and she's like, that was the greatest thing you could have ever done for me because it showed me where I'm trying to put the cart in front of the horse. And I have a big vision and I want to do all these things. But like, you're right. I need to know how to like sell my services first and find the right humans first before all that other stuff matters. And that's what we're focusing on. That's what we're laying the foundation for here in certification is being with humans, coaching humans, and then we're going to transition into monetizing that skill. And then we're going to build systems and a deeper foundation to scale. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I really want to focus on what you should be doing right now. So again, no website, no branding, no funnels, no Instagram strategy, no marketing strategy, literally zero. If you're like, I just need to market myself, you're in the wrong spot. You are in the wrong zone and message me and I'm going to tell you to coach. I'm going to go tell you to coach humans. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. You might need 1 or 2 Facebook posts to find somebody to coach, or you might need 3 or 4 text messages directly inviting someone into a free session. But like coaching is greater than anything else you need to be doing as a newbie. Okay, so we're in the course, we're learning, we're coaching, and then you're going to get closer to graduation, and then you're going to start to feel the jitters. Some of you feel this like 3 months before graduation. Some of you feel this like 30 days before graduation, but you're going to start to feel this like antsy feeling of like, okay, what next? What do I need to be working on next? Where do I go next? If you are our student, we tell you exactly where to go next. We tell you, go to the preceptorship course. You have access to all of it. Go start learning. Go start learning. You cannot skip this part. If you ever hired us in the long term for business support, that's where we're going to make you start. And it's really silly for you to have to pay me more money to tell you to do the same thing. Just go and listen to the preceptorship course. It's good information. I have heard at least 50 times this week of how detail-oriented it is, how helpful it is, how we lay it out is so wonderful and helpful. So please go in to the preceptorship course if you are a Nurse Life Coach Academy student and learn some things. We do open this up a little later in the course. So if you're like 30 days in and a new cohort, you don't have access to this yet. And that's intentional. But we open it up for you. And when you are caught up and when you are ready, dive into that business course. You are not going to find any other training that's more applicable to what you are trying to do than is in that course. I have seen some of our grads come to me and say, Shelby, I want to start my business, but I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have. And that's confusing to me because I give you everything that you need. I give you everything that you need. And I know this version of human really well. The nurse, the new entrepreneur who's stepping into their nurse coaching self. I know you really, really well because I've spent thousands of hours inside the brains of nurse coaches and new entrepreneurs that our brain will tell us really silly stories that are distractions. And it is your job as a new coach to become aware of those things so that if you find yourself at 2 a.m. building a website, you hear my voice pop in your ear and say, don't do that. It's not time yet. Trust me, go coach humans and we will get there. I know that I'm making like a really big deal out of this, but I just don't want you all to skip the resources that are right in front of you and get distracted on like more expensive, shinier things, you know? Okay. So, especially if you are a grad and then you don't get into a business coaching space, like make the leap, you end up trying to like do it yourself. You second guess everything. You're burning a lot of emotional and mental energy over every single decision. And you get 10% into 12 different strategies that make you feel like you're going nowhere. I have two really good examples of this. So one, we are working with a high achieving nurse practitioner right now, and she found us through our podcast. And she kind of like went an alternate way to nurse coaching certification and isn't from like any of the certification processes, but she has her board cert and she found our podcast and she told me, she's like, Shelby, I just need someone to tell me what to do. I'm a year into this. I don't know how to connect with people. I don't know where to start. I've worked on my website. I have an email list. I have all these things, but it's not landing. And I'm like, yeah, because we like need to go talk face to face to people. And she was like, cool, sounds great. And she did it. And she's created 7 clients in 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Unheard of. Crazy. Wonderful. Beautiful. Like insanity in the best way, because she went and talked to humans, right? So she's said to me many times, as soon as I got the right framework, I was able to get traction and start making action an impact in a meaningful way, not just in her bank account, but like in people's lives, right? Money reflects impact made. It's a big deal. Second example, and this is someone currently from our Make the Leap, I'm hoping to have on our podcast. If it already hasn't gone live, I'm thinking that it'll be after this episode. But we Make the Leap, our program is 16 weeks of a live coaching component. You get access like Q&A style to me for a year in that space, but the live coaching, the live calls, the like intentional hustle is for 16 weeks. And she started 8 weeks ago and has 10 paid clients. 10. And her peers were asking her in the group, like, what are you doing that makes you so successful? And she's like, I worked the process. Like, I did enough volume. She's connected with like 250 people. She's coached almost 75 hours since we've started. Like, she put her feet on the ground and she started walking step by step, week after week, day by day. It's not that she was extra lucky or extra connected or she has rich friends. Like, she just worked the process and she followed through. She executed. And that's like what I hope for you guys, is that you don't have to wander around in the desert on your own. You can just like walk the path that's well worn, that has been walked by every successful private practice nurse coach before you. Like, it's not a mystery. We just have to follow the protocol. It is really normal to like be, overwhelmed and feeling chaotic and like, what am I doing? Am I even qualified for this? And that's also helpful to have a coach in your corner to kind of like talk you off that mental ledge, to help you regulate. This is a very dysregulating process. Like, your ego is going to fight you pretty hard. Your ego is going to try to keep you safe and small and secure. And entrepreneurship is the literal antithesis of that. So like, we're leaving perceived safety in our current role at the hospital and we're engaging in a new way with the world, with humans, and it's dysregulating. 100%. That's kind of how you're doing it right and you're playing full out, is if you are like smiling in the morning and crying at night. Like, it can be chaotic. And I'll be honest with you, team, that doesn't go away, but your ability to hold the hot and the cold, the high and the low gets better. You get better at doing this and you get better at navigating the unpredictability and the roller coaster ride. You get better. The ride doesn't get less intense. You just get better at riding it. And that can be helpful if you have a coach who's walked the walk, talked the talk, done the thing. And whenever you're like freaking out and then you look over at your coach and you're like, oh, you're not freaking out. And I'm like, no, homie, this is normal. Congratulations, you have arrived. I've walked not only you, not only myself, but like 500 other people through this exact moment. Nothing has gone wrong. This is just a part of it. And it can help, we can co-regulate with you to keep your feet on the ground. And I mean, my favorite thing about our business coaching container is the accountability and the actual momentum. So we have benchmarks. We have clear defined goals that I have assigned to you, which I know is not traditional coaching. I know that. But for the sake of this business coaching space, it's what serves our people the best. I had an orientation call with our new Make the Leap crew last night to orient them to the space. And every single person on that call said, I want someone to hold my hand and tell me exactly what to do. I don't want to second guess. I don't want to waste my time. I just want to follow instructions. And that's what I'm hoping to gain here. And it's awesome because I have the Google Map version to where you want to go. You are here, you want to be here, and I know how to get you from point A to point B. Let's go. Like, let's get in the car and let's drive. You're going to be in the driver's seat. I'm going to be riding shotgun, and I'm going to be telling you where to turn. If you go left when I say right, I can't really control that. However, I'm going to be like, hey, you should have gone right at that turn. Go around the block and come back and go right again. Okay, so if you are a current student, especially in Nurse Life Coach Academy, we're not going to let you flail around. You've already come this far, and we know how to get you the rest of the way. So if you can take a deep breath, drop your shoulders. We got you. If you're ever feeling confused, always reach out and we'll point you in the right direction. But I want to make this so clear: to be in certification, then crack open that preceptorship course. And if you are wanting deeper support, we are right here. Hand extended, ready to go. I'm on your team. We are really good at this part. This is where we got our origin story. Yeah, we are really good at this part. So if you are curious about Make the Leap anything, if a particular style of business course calls to you, always reach out to me. Happy to have a chat about it. But we're going to help you get your business foundation set up. We're going to help give you some trackers for your business success, for client success. We're going to teach you how to create clients, get live coaching, almost 24/7 mentorship. Like, our chat is live. It's bumping over there. And you're going to get to build your emotional resilience as an entrepreneur. You're going to start working on that right now. And I want to begin to land the plane here on, you don't need more information. I know that I am biased because my business course is my business course. And obviously that's how I make my money. Y'all, Laura and I have spent like $400,000 on other business training courses. We have gone searching for other business courses and have learned so much and done so many reiterations of the preceptorship course that I know it is the best tool for nurse coaches out there. It is the most detailed, it has the most information, it has the most tools, like, it's all there for you. So don't go looking for other information that makes it seem easier than it really is. I want to be really honest with you. A lot of the business coaching space sells you on a pain point of tech is hard, or I don't like posting on social media, so I'll just build an email ad funnel, or they sell you on the work that you're trying to avoid doing. So if you're avoiding connecting and inviting and proposing coaching to humans, you might think that you need to focus on marketing or building a following or building a website, when in reality, you just need to talk to people. Okay, you can find more information about Make the Leap below. Get in that course if you are a current student of ours. If you want to buy our course, it's very reasonably priced. You can get it in the link below. I'll put a bunch of stuff there for you. And if you have gotten to the end of this podcast and your head still feels like it's spinning and you don't want to leverage the support that you have in your corner and reach out to them right now. Reach out to your lead coach. And if they don't have an answer for you, they're going to loop in me and Laura. But keep the main thing. Remember, you wanted to become a nurse life coach to coach humans, to make an impact, and to have more freedom in your day-to-day life. And this is where it starts. It starts with doing the scary stuff. It starts with doing the connecting. It starts with inviting. It starts with proposals. And that will all make way more sense when you check out our course. Okay, team, let me know if you're committing to this, and we'll see you same time, same place next week.